Doesn't have any eliminations left, so no matter the outcome, no points.
Both of them drop.
Melo goes down as well. You see all their loot sliding down the ramp.
The Storm is quite good at getting eliminations, and you see it there over towards Hysteria. Just took down Yo-Yo. Keep it up. That's his first elimination of the game.
Now, this is actually Hysteria's third time through the qualifiers. He played through all the heats before this and has done very well in those, but each qualifier he's gotten very close. I remember overhearing he got to 11th place multiple matches, I believe, yesterday, which is just one spot short of getting even just a single point, which could have put him in on Monday.
This is where the little huts begin to get built. The one-by-ones, the little bases to hide on in. Over to Cristo. Above Lonely Lodge. Won't be safe for this next zone, but he's playing like this because he's got WBG Ranger just below him. Ranger tries to spray on down. The trap comes in. There's 150, and oh no, Cristo. A little bit of a panic there.
It looked like, I don't know if you noticed, was he attempting the rift to go his way out of there just at the last second of the trap damage?
Possibly, as now Kayun thinks he's got a free elim opportunity in a third party. What he doesn't know is that that player below took 0 damage, so they're both around the same amount of HP. And as a player, Lupo, you can sometimes use that to your advantage. Play mind games to your opponent. Oh, he thinks I'm weak because I just got in this engagement. Meanwhile, he's still more than ready to fight again.
Remember, too, if that trap is still in there, an opportunity for a lot of damage.
A lot of AR ammo being used. Keep an eye on the amount that Kayun has. Just about one and a half clips left.
I believe if Ranger makes it to Monday, that's the 4th player for WBG that would make it through, which is incredible. It's an excellent roster. Nick Merckx in the feed takes C9 blind out.
Jeez, Nick Merckx is a man on a mission.
5 elims, that's 2 points already. That might lock Merckx in for Monday.
Oh yeah, no, Nick's in a brilliant position because he had elims last game too. Here's Fade in a little build battle around one of these houses. Stops Joshua right there. Once he gets the high ground, he just goes with a quick shotgun shot. That heavy, so darn good when you get the headshot crit. And this is from Ranger's perspective. Drops him down, places the trap, edits the wall above him, swaps to the shotgun. It happens so quick, but every single one of those actions was calculated. A much-deserved limb right there. Is he gonna go for this? Is he going to go for this? Oh, gets blocked.
One of the most aggressive launch pads we've seen so far. He's trying to get the drop in on him up top. The reason he went for it, or potentially went for it, is because the opponent at the top of the tower
got 6.
He was already in an engagement, so he kind of had the drop on him. But there's 3 players in this box. Triz is nearby, 2 across the street. Nick Merckx, like you said, was 6 eliminations.
Leading this game. What an absolute beast. He's blind and second in the limbs is already out. This one, Nick trying to break through these walls. He's made it up through. The spray with the drum gun, isn't enough? No!
Just short of the 7th elimination. That would have been 3 points there.
I'm surprised he didn't swap to the heavy shotgun. I think he was hoping that maybe the drum gun spray would have been enough, but if he's got the heavy shotgun right there, I think Freak's dead 10 times over.
Potentially, or even a trap play in that situation. They were in the same box. If he owned a wall, there were a lot of options. JP2 from Luminosity Gaming.
We've seen him play with Cypher, I believe, before.
Chris from C9 and 5.
Minigun, Freak, panic building. The minigun shreds if you land some of those hip fires.
Now, we saw yesterday, though, the minigun kind of biting back a little bit against players that decided to use it. Multiple engagements in a row, Courage, where minigun just didn't work out.
Look at Chris.
In the right hands, it's powerful.
Wants this fight so badly. The one thing Freak can do, maybe use this heavy shotgun. And Chris gets the elim. Geomach still alive. If you've never met Geomach in real life, I'm pretty sure he's 8 foot tall. That's real.
We'll have to stat check that one, Courage. The push from the east side. You have 17 seconds, 28 players left, and after this circle closes is when things start to get chaotic with circle moves. The Kriz, we just saw on the feed a second ago, that elimination that we were watching. He's at 2. 1 more versus who he's against right now. That'll give him 3. That's a point. This drum gun push, we've seen it a ton of times and paid off. But watch the trap. Horrify almost gets it off. And Chris falls down below, just barely dodging. You heard it go off right there, the reset. So it attempted to do damage. He dodged his way out. He would have survived. He had over 150 HP, but man, those last-ditch efforts, they pay off in just the right situations. Fast as Crispy trying to push his way up.
He's going to chase us down. Look for maybe his own little hut to build into. Doesn't have a lot of materials.
Right at it.
Yeah, he wants to go for this. I think it's more of a desperation play.
Boxing himself literally next door, trying to. He's going to take ownership of some of these, or potentially even knock him down. We'll see here in a sec. He's decided to layer himself up. He knows that Tyler's above him, is getting shot from a third party, and there's a number of players around him. So he says, "I'm not going to expose myself too much right now. You guys fight it out. I'll wait to see if I can pop out." He only has very little materials left. But Tfue in the feed, you saw there, just got an elimination on Rex. The fight here, Crispy deciding it might be time to make a move. Relocating, trying to build up all these layers, as many as you can. He's going to push up. He's out of materials, though. 7 wood, 7 brick.
Oh, no.
And an interesting edit. The corners there kind of create that little diagonal bridge with the walls, but it's enough that you can sneak down the edge.
A little frantic, not going to lie. Shivsy goes down, Resume goes down, and Eman also goes down. So now there's the 22 players getting close towards that top 10 threshold.
Crispy's right here to kind of keep quiet. You see in the top right, there's 4 or 5 players in the area around them, all kind of building and layering on top of each other just to try and stay safe, as the circle is going to get ready to move here.
Just listen to how much is going on around him. And he's got no materials. He can't do anything. It's Kayun's 3rd elimination. Go ahead and swap to replay this. Quick little edit on the window. Peekaboo.
Takes JP2 out. Tempo, I'm assuming, just eliminated Young Prism. You see that in the feed. Perfect. That's 2 eliminations.
Look at his reaction. Like, oh, gosh.
He's got max wood, 200 brick. He's in a decent position, because right now, you see that this mountain that's next to him, that's natural cover that he can use. He can push up the left side of the map once the circle starts to move. Tfue over here, 3 eliminations. That's 1 point. So he's in a better position than it was even last game.
I'm going to say right now, for the big names that we've seen participate, this has been some of the best performances so far, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where, like,
Nick Merckx, Chap, Tfue all putting up a good show.
Tfue, Nick Merckx, already, Tempo, already with points on the board. Sitting in great positions to qualify for tomorrow. Again, I have to stress it, folks. We've had qualifiers all this week. It's to earn positions for tomorrow's $1.5 million grand final. It's a holiday. Tune on in. Tell everyone to be there. If you're live in the venue, you will want to be here to secure a spot here early on tomorrow. Do not miss this live in person. This crowd's going to get nuts.
And Tfue doing something you said even before. This is a pretty common tactic. He's very good at waiting, pacing his timing. He's going to try and drop the structure that his opponent was using to push in, but it wasn't enough. Multiple layers on that from these top tier builders, so they can. He still even got in Tfue, who's under. His opponent's underneath him now, and he's got to wait. The rock's coming in. A time bounce pad to fly away, try and get out, and this is what we were seeing earlier. Crispy's down at the bottom of that catacomb of structure. Chris getting the elimination in the feed there on Nikiski, I believe is the name.
This is Tfue and Tempo.
Right on top of each other, literally
Teammates.
a box away.
Not this, though. Not here when it's all solos. Tfue using the bounce pad, trying to soar forward. Thankfully for him, none of those drum gun bullets connect. He's made it to the closest spot to this next zone. Sign of a great player, making sure positioning for the next move. Now getting sprayed again. I just realized, Lupo, look at his materials. I mean, this is bad. 10
builds left. I believe that's why you saw he built up that layer in front of him, but didn't cap the top off. Plus, he started to get shot from above. He kind of waited. He knew he had to time the builds correctly, because if he had spent all his material earlier, that means that his opponent shooting from above could have potentially busted through and taken shots on him, maybe even eliminated him. You see there, he actually flew early. He made it into the zone, Tfue, but this is where things get crazy. Courage. Everybody's moving at the same time. 4 eliminations for Chris here. 1 more gets him a 2nd point, plus there's 16 left. 6 more players go down. That's another point for anybody left remaining.
Chris has all these shields. Going to get back up to 100 shields. Still 16 players left. Expect a few to begin to drop here. Fade takes down Jayamok. You see Cryo lost to the Storm. Another engagement going down as Crispy's trying to sneak on in. 14 players left. Crispy still has no builds. Tfue Tfue eliminates Base Soldier, which will maybe give him materials to hold on to. As Triz, yes, he gets 500 wood. That's a game-changing elim for Tfue. Remember, folks, in game 1, Tfue died to Chap when he was 1 elim and 1 position away from earning 2 points. Here, he's earned 1 point this game and another elim plus 2 more elims in the total game. Top 10 would get him another.
Now, we were watching Crispy a second ago. He was sitting on 7 and 7 for his wood and brick, and you saw he made his way in underneath. He's in the bottom, and he hid next to a tree, but opted not to knock it down because the tree, the setup inside that little catacomb, the builds that are around it, he's totally covered. He can hide in the bottom of the tree, and players that are sneaking by, he might get the drop on him. He might have an opportunity for another elimination rather than knocking the tree down and coming out with maybe 30 wood. There's 3 builds that it will get knocked down so fast it might not matter.
Tenpo in a fight with Bumboy. There's another elim for him. Tfue just trying to position himself already in that next zone. Made it to 11th. This is where he died last time. Not the case here. Tenpo gets another.
Everybody that's left alive right now does get +1 point. They're all top 10. Kriz coming away with a double in the shotgun. Eliminations of the feed. Crispy then follows up and takes Kriz out with an SMG. And Tfue trying to establish himself up top, somewhere safe. He's 6 remaining, 4 eliminations. He needs 1 more for another point.
He wants those, Matt. He wants that loot so bad.
He better. He's got 15 builds left total. And he's going to start to use them to try and get up top, opting out of going after those. But the Rockets coming in saying, nope, you got to go back down. Now's the time to try and make a positional decision. He's got to go down. That's exactly what he's going to do. He doesn't want to take too much fall damage. He's going to push in the zone. He's in the bottom fighting now. Tfue gets another one. That's 5 elims. Makes it to top 3. 2 left.
And all the loot's falling to Tfue. He's trying to drop on down. Can he drop his opponent in time? Tfue spraying out the build. Here he goes.
Are you kidding me?
Tfue with the win and the pop-off celebration. Dramatics in the final moments there. Tfue, a heartbreaking game 1 gave him the fuel to turn up.